It is, this has been the reality for many, many hundreds of years.
And for you, so this is a very big question, but if tomorrow someone said to you, okay, I want a few suggestions of how we can go about changing that to give more freedom back to people and their choices, and take this power away from politicians so they can't just make these promises and create more inflation and more inefficiencies in our systems, where would you start?
I don't think that I'm going to wake up in a country where I wake up one morning and suddenly there has been the sort of the revolutionary step taken that you just suggested.
No.
Okay. So I think that, as in most shifts in history, you've got to work at the level of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got to work incrementally. Who could have imagined that socialism, as a body of knowledge, would have come to have a direct impact on more than a third of the globe, as it did before it collapsed at the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
I think libertarianism, classical liberalism, whatever you want to call it, I think it's a powerful body of knowledge, and I think increasingly, particularly through the internet, people are being raised to consciousness. What does it mean? It means that they will increasingly see through the power nexus that I'm describing. They will increasingly see through this stitch-up between political elites and big business.
Mm-hmm.
Big business doesn't want a free market, let's be clear. Big business wants monopoly capitalism, it wants lots of legislative favour.
It was government's ear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think as increasingly people see through that, so you'll get an increased constituency who are concerned to get something better and something new. And it could be that this current economic crisis, with the conjuncture of the internet, is a spur to that step. I think that state socialism, there was a sort of natural fit between state socialism and the world of early industrial mass production. The uniformity that you got often, originally with Ford, or you can have any colour you want, but everything's black.
Yeah.
That world sort of, I think it resonated in some ways with fairly uniform and bland state socialism. I think the world we have now, the world of the internet, the world of globalisation, the world of people being raised up in terms of education, states losing control of the ideas that people have, and you see this today in the Middle East. I think that it's information being set free that will enable people to question the established order of these powerful monopolistic states and elites. And I think it's that could over time lead to some profound changes. But I take ideas very seriously, and I think that it's the shift in ideas that will go on to have legislative and political consequences.
And I think we've seen that throughout history, haven't we? Sort of
Absolutely.
groups